All right, we're going to review area and volume. Question number 1. The diameter of a pizza is 14 inches. The pizza has 8 slices of equal size. Which of the following is the closest to the area of a slice? So we are wanting to work with area of a circle, so we're going to use really dumb circles always. And remember, we take our radius and multiply by 2, our diameter times pi, and our area is pi times r times r. And we're going to be able to use 3 as an estimate for pi because it is not a griddable. Remember, if it is a griddable, you need to use 3.14 for pi. So the problem tells me that my diameter is 14. So if my diameter is 14, then I know I'm going to need to divide by 2 to get my radius. My radius is 7. So my area is going to be 3 times 7 times 7. So I can do 3 times 7 is 21. 21 times 7 is going to give me 147. So that's going to be the area of the pizza. The question says, which of the following is the closest to the area of a slice? Well, there's 8 slices. So I'm going to take 147 and divide by 8. 8 goes into 14 one time. 8 times 1 is 8. Subtract 14 minus 8 is 6. Bring down the 7. 8 goes into 67 8 times. 8 times 8 is 64 with a remainder of 3. I could keep going, but the question says which of the following is the closest. So I can see from having 18 here that the closest is going to be B, 19 inches squared. Question number 2. The square pyramid below has a volume of 400 cubic inches. What is the height of the pyramid? So we need to make sure that we're looking at our star chart and find the formula for a pyramid. Volume is equal to 1/3 area of the base times the height of the pyramid. It tells me that it is a square pyramid. So I want to use my T-chart. So I have a square pyramid. So I know to find the formula for a square is going to be base times height. And for the pyramid, volume is equal to 1/3 area of the base times the height of the pyramid. So I want to shade in my base. It's a pyramid, so I'm only going to have one base. And it's telling me that my base is going to be a square. So I need to do 10 times 10, which is 100. So now that I know the area of my base, I want to go to the other side, and it has given me the volume of 400. So I'm going to substitute in 400, bring down the 1/3 as part of the formula, and I already figured out the area of the base over here, so that's going to be 100. And my height, I do not know. So what I need to do is I'm going to have 100 over 3 multiplied by h is equal to 400. So I am going to need to isolate my variable, and I'm going to need to divide by 103. So when we divide fractions, we multiply by the reciprocal. So I'm going to multiply by 3 over 100, and I need to do it on both sides. So here my 100 will cancel with this 100, and my 3 will cancel with this 3, and I'm left with h. Over here, my 100 divided by 100 is 1, 400 divided by 100 is 4. So 4 times 3 is 12. So my answer is 12, and it will be 12 centimeters equals h. And you will notice that that choice is not here. Those choices are all wrong. Question number 3. The playground modeled below consists of a right triangular area next to a rectangular area with one corner replaced by a quarter circle. Which of the following is the closest to the area of the playground? So we're going to need to figure out the area of all of the different figures within this composite figure. So let's do the triangle first. So we're going to need to use our formula for a triangle. Area is equal to 1/2 base times height. We need to figure out what this area is right here. Well, from here to here is 45 plus 12, and then from here to here is 45, so we can tell that from here to here is going to be 12. Over here we have 15 plus 12, so that equals 27, so the dimensions of my triangle are 12 and 27. So 1/2 times 12 times 27. 1/2 of 12 is 6. So I need to do 27 times 6. 7 times 6 is 42. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 4 is 16. So I get 162. So the area of the triangle is 162. Now let's do the area of the quarter circle. Over here, we have a quarter circle. We'll use really dumb circle always. And we need to find the area of the quarter circle. So my radius is from here. So my radius is going to be 12. So my area will be pi times r times r. So I'm going to have 3 times 12 times 12. 12 times 12 is 144. Okay, hold on just a second. I just thought of something. We are going to need 1/4 of this circle. So I'm going to rewrite this because it's a quarter circle. So let's do 1/4 times 3 times 12 times 12. So let's say the 4 is going to go into the 12 3 times. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So I have 3 times 3 times 12, which is 9 times 12. So I can do 12 times 9, and that's going to give me 108. So I have 108 for this piece. Okay, now let's draw a line right here, and let's deal with this little rectangle part right here, which this is going to be 12 times 15. So base times height, 12 times 15. Let's go over here and 12 times 15. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. 0 placeholder. 1 times 5 is 5. And 1 times 1 is 1. So that gives me 180. So this piece is going to be 180. Now we're going to need to do this rectangle part here in the middle. So we know that this rectangular part right here, we're going to have to figure out what this length is. Well, from here to here is 45, and from here to here is 12. So this is going to be 45 minus 12, which is going to be 33. From here to here is going to match with these two, 15 plus 12, so that's going to be 27. So the area of my rectangle, again, area equals base times height, is going to be 33 times 27. So let's do that multiplication. 27 times 33. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 2 is 8. 0 placeholder. And since it's a 3, we're going to have 21 again and another 8. Make sure you put your 0 placeholder there. And then you add 0 plus 1 is 1. 8 plus 1 is 9. Bring down the 8. So that's 891. So this one is 891. So now I have the area of all 4 of the different sections of the composite figure, and I'm going to add them together. 891, 180, 108, and 162. So that's going to give me 10, 11, carry the 1. 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 8 is 18, plus 6 is 24. 8 plus 2 is 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's going to be 1,341. So the closest answer is B, 1,346 yards squared. Let's go on to number 4. Number 4. Maria drew a diagram of the driveway on the side of her house as shown below. What is the total area of her driveway? So we're going to need to decompose this composite figure, So let's draw a line right here, and we're going to make it a rectangle and a rectangle. So we have 2 rectangles. So we know the formula is going to be area is equal to base times height. And since we have the rectangle over here, we did draw the line here, but let's use these dimensions on the side here. Then we know that we're not using the wrong dimensions by accident. So we have 10 times 7 is 70. So that piece is 70. Now for the other piece here, we know that this is 4, but this says 18. Well, it's 18 from here to here. It's not 18 from here to here. So we have to do 18 minus 7. 18 minus 7 is 11. So this piece is going to be 11. So then we do area is equal base times height. 11 times 4 is 44. To get our final answer, we will add those two together. 70 plus 44. 0 plus 4 is 4. 7 plus 4 is 11. We get 114. So my answer is A. Number 5. A playground is in the shape of a circle. The diameter of the playground is 42 feet. Which of the following is the closest to the area of the playground? So we want to use really dumb circles always. And we're doing area, so we know that's going to be pi times r times r. The problem gives me diameter. Diameter is 42. So if I know the diameter is 42, I can divide by 2 to figure out the radius. 42 divided by 2 is 21. So my radius is 21. Now it's multiple choice, so I can use 3 for pi. 3 times r, which is 21, times r, which is 21. And then I'm going to need to do the calculations. So 21 times 21 is going to be 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 0 placeholder. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 plus 0 is 1. 2 plus 2 is 4. Bring down the 4. And then we need to multiply by 3. Don't forget to go back and multiply by the 3. Let's rewrite that. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. Put the 2 here, carry the 1. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. So my answer is 1,323. So the closest answer is going to be C, 1,385 feet squared. Remember, we estimated for pi, we used 3. Remember, if it is a griddable, you must use 3.14 for pi. Number 6, the loft of a barn has the shape of a triangular prism. Which is closest to the volume of the loft? So I'm going to make my T-chart. Triangular prism. Remember, for the first part, I just want to do the base. Looking at your formula chart, the formula is area of the base is equal to 1/2 base times height because the base is a triangle. So shade in your bases. I want to look at just the numbers on the base, so I have 12 times 5. 1/2 of 12 would be 6. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 times 5 is 30. So the area of the base is going to be 30. Look at your formula chart. Find the formula for a prism. Volume is equal to the area of the base times the height of the prism. So we are going to put in 30 for the area of the base. The height is the distance between the two bases, so that's going to be 25. Then we need to multiply 25 times 30. 0 times everything is 0. 3 times 5 is 15, carry the 1. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So my answer is 750. So my answer will be C, 750 meters squared.